So, becoming famous today is honestly kind of weird. Like, there isn't just one path anymore. Back then, it was simple. You act, you sing, you're famous. Done. Now, you've got basketball players building empires, rappers turning personality into profit, and footballers basically becoming global brands before they can legally drink. And that's the crazy part. Each lane has a completely different formula. So, today we're breaking down three types of celebrities: basketball players, rappers, and footballers. What actually makes them famous, why people love them, and what it really takes to get there. Firstly, we got basketball players. It's basically being superhuman, because if you think being famous from basketball is just about being good, you're already wrong. Take LeBron James. Yeah, he's one of the greatest players ever. That's obvious. But there are a lot of insanely talented players who never became LeBron level famous. So what's the difference? First, consistency. LeBron didn't just show up and dominate for a year or two. He became elite for like 2 decades. That's not normal. That's not even human. Second, narrative. People didn't just watch LeBron because he was good. They watched because of the story. High school prodigy, the chosen one, pressure from day one, every move criticized, and somehow he delivered anyway. That builds emotional investment. Third, branding. This is where it gets serious. LeBron isn't just an athlete, he's a businessman, a media figure, a personality. He speaks on issues, builds schools, produces movies. So, now you're not just watching a player, you're following a person. And that is what makes someone famous today. So, what does it actually take to be famous in basketball? You need insane talent like top 1%. You need longevity, not just hype. You need a story people can follow. You need a personality people can care about. Because being good gets you in the league, but being interesting is what makes you famous. Now we're moving on to rappers, aka music's only half the job. And this one's probably the most misunderstood, because people think making good music equals getting famous. No, making good music is just the entry fee. Take Central C. His music is solid, yeah, but what really pushed him? Image, mystery, consistency in how he presents himself. He doesn't overshare. He doesn't try too hard. He feels controlled. That makes people curious. Now, look at Nemzz. Complete different vibe. More laid back. More effortless. Almost like he doesn't even care. And that becomes the appeal. People love originality. Or at least what feels like it. And that's the key word here. Feels. Because in today's world, perception is everything. And here's the truth nobody says. Rappers aren't just artists anymore. They are content creators. They are personalities. They are brands. Your interviews matter. Your Instagrams matter. Your aesthetics matter. Sometimes even more than the music. And then you've got moments like when a song hits emotionally out of nowhere. Quick honorable mention, Dave and Tim's with that rain dance vibe. Yeah, that one. That song had every single guy just sitting like, dang, questioning life decisions at 2 a.m. And that is powerful. Because when music connects emotionally, it spreads like crazy. So, what does it take to be famous as a rapper? Decent to create music. A strong, clear identity. Consistent image and branding. Viral or emotional moments. And most importantly, relatability or mystery. You don't even have to be the best rapper. You just have to be the most interesting version of yourself. And some would say we save the best for last. Footballers, aka global superstars before 21. Now, footballers, listen up. This is a completely different game. Because unlike rappers or even basketball players, football is global, like everywhere. You're not just famous in one country, you're famous in like 50. Take Lamine Yamal. He's literally still a teenager and already have massive spotlight. Why? Because footballers loves young talent. If you're young and good, people immediately start projecting greatness onto you. It's hype, but it's also pressure. Now, Mbappe, perfect example of modern football fame. He's fast, he's skilled, he performs on the biggest stages of them all. But again, that's not enough. What makes him huge? Moments. World Cup performances, clutch goals, big game energy. Football fame is built on moments people remember. And then you've got Cristiano Ronaldo. Quick mention because he's basically perfected the formula. Skill plus work ethic plus confidence plus branding. He didn't just play football, he became a symbol. Fitness, discipline, success. Even people who don't watch football know who he is. That's when we've gone beyond sport into global icon status. So, what does it take to be famous in football? Elite skill, big game performances, viral or historical moments, market ability, looks, personality, presence, and consistency at the top level. Because one good season won't make you famous, no. But one unforgettable moment that can change everything. So, the real truth about fame today. So if you look at all three, basketball players, rappers, footballers, they all have different paths. But there's one thing they all have in common. Fame today is not just about skill. It's about story, personality, consistency, and how people feel about you. You can be insanely talented and still not blow up. But if people connect to you, if they're entertained by you, if they care about what you do next, that's when you win. And honestly, that's what makes this whole thing kind of crazy. Because becoming famous today isn't just about being the best. It's about being the most watchable. And the people who understand that, they don't just become famous, they stay famous. Common other ways to internet fame. This was part 2. There are different paths you could take in part 1. Check it out. And if this video gets 100 likes, we'll do a part 3.